Good morning, Dan and Amy. We're coming to you live from Charles Equipment Energy Systems in Des Plaines, Illinois.
Displays.
Yes, I understand.
Thank you. Suburb of Mount Prospect.
Right.
I know how to say
the
it.
center of the universe. I lived in Rosemont for a time, so I know Des Plaines very well. Where this is, of course, part of the AM 560 Signature Bank business tour that we're doing in the Chicago metropolitan area, highlighting success stories to try and encourage entrepreneurial capitalists to stay here and help us. And we're pleased to be joined by the president of Charles Equipment Energy Systems. He is Bob Conway. Bob, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming in.
Great facility you have here. Before we get to what your business does here, you've got a big game strewn across the place. I guess Mike, your second in command slash chef slash homemade winemaker slash hunter. Raconteur a bit, bon vivant. I don't think they use that term in Cicero, where Mike is from, but he certainly qualifies. It really makes for a fun kind of work atmosphere and frightening at the same time.
It could be, yeah.
So do you hunt as well?
Yes, I do once in a while go with Mike out hunting. In fact, Mike was just Monday was out hunting for pheasant, I believe.
In Cicero?
No.
No. Oh.
I think you hunt for something else in Cicero.
Yes, right. And so in this room where we're broadcasting the show from, you've got this bear with a Cubs jersey on it that bears a striking resemblance to Jorge Soler. And with World Series, did you guys are big Cubs fans and World
Series?
Series
Ticket holder, so he went to the World Series. He's got his tickets on that bear. He's a big fan of the Cubs.
Did he take you along as a friend?
No, unfortunately, I didn't
go. You didn't make the cut?
Nah, I kind of like watching it on TV.
All right, so tell us what Charles Equipment Energy Systems does and how you're surviving out here by the world's busiest airport once upon a time.
We are a distributor of industrial equipment, mainly power generators, mostly reciprocating engines, like the big kind of thing you find that powers your towers when the power goes out. And we also supply rental generators for like Street Fests downtown and other places. We also do special events for tents with air conditioning and heating and things like that. So we do service work on all that equipment. In fact, over here at O'Hare, we do all of the service work for every one of the generators that they have there.
So coming up, like we've got that 100 Days Trump event where we're doing a breakdancing competition between me and Mike Gallagher and Sean Hannity. Mm-hmm. And so that would be something where you could potentially provide the power to that event.
Absolutely.
But heating and cooling systems, I mean, they really can't go down, especially when we have frigid winters, even though we're not having one now. But, I mean, you guys kind of save lives.
Oh, absolutely.
You look at your company that way?
Yeah, well, a lot of the customers that we have are hospitals. And we have to make sure that those generators are running at all time because there's some critical systems in those hospitals that patients can die if the power goes out at the wrong time.
So this is a multi-generational family business?
Yes.
And so so give us kind of the business story, because the story, especially about family business, is always so interesting.
Well, the company was started about 57 years ago by a high school friend of my father's, actually. They went together at St. George's High School, and he started the company. And then after a while, he got out. My father took over, and since then, it's been pretty much in our family since then. So, 57 years since 1960, we've been around. Do a lot of work, as I said, for the city of Chicago, a lot of the municipalities, and we,
Do they use the generator for the lift that puts Rum up at adult level when he has press conferences?
Yeah, we have some special
hydraulics, because I mean that's a lot of power that's required, even though he's a small guy.
Now, how many people do you employ here? And is there a high turnover rate? Or
no, not at all. We've got about 25 people here, and not many people leave. They like living here. It's a family business, so we're like family to each other.
And what about the 80 gallons of wine in the kitchen? I mean, that would make some people want to stay.
It's a family. Don't attack the family. Leave the family alone, Amy.
You don't understand.
You don't want to mess with them. You mess with one member of Charles Equipment Energy Systems, you mess with the family. Is that a fair statement, Bob?
Of course.
Yeah. So I thought so. I just got the feeling it was kind of that family atmosphere. I'm watching Gomorrah on Netflix right now.
Yeah, he's a little obsessed. He goes into his happy place.
Yeah, I live like in a fantasy world and trying to apply it to this mortal coil in which we live. So how is business going, though? I mean, I know you're clientele is diverse, but how is business going in the Chicago metropolitan area?
Business is going well. It's seasonal for some of our stuff. In the summertime, we do a lot more of the special events, street fest, air conditioning for tents, weddings, and things like that. Wintertime, we do a lot more of the sales and the service work on the generator sets for wherever it happens to be. Because in the summertime is when you have more of your outages. So everybody in the wintertime wants to get everything serviced. So in the summertime, they're ready for it. But it's been going very well. We've diversified ourselves over the years with the rental, the seasonal stuff, so that we can ride out the certain cycles of things. So,
Have you always been located here in Des Plaines?
no, actually, we originally were in Addison, but then we moved over here. We bought this building about 3 or 4 years ago.
How important is proximity to the airport?
It's good for us to be here, especially with our rental business, because we can respond really quickly. We're right off of a spur of 90 right here. So it's perfect for us to be able to get around in two places quickly, because sometimes there's some emergencies where we have to get there very quickly.
And what's it seems like again things are going well. You've diversified the business. What are challenges for additional growth, hiring that next employee, making that next capital investment?
Well, it's a capital business. So when the economy goes down and people are not buying things, that's where we have problems with the new equipment sales. I guess that's why we diversify, so that we would have things that would ride out through the low business cycles. The service work gets done when somebody doesn't want to buy something new. We also buy and sell used equipment. So if somebody has something old, they want to replace it, we'll buy the old one off of them and find somebody who doesn't want to buy a new one. We'll sell them a used one.
Have you expanded into Indiana or Wisconsin?
We do actually do a little bit of work in the northwest corner of Indiana, and we do have a guy up in Wisconsin who we used to do a lot of work up in Wisconsin with landfills, because, for example, we've got some landfill sites where they collect the gas, and they take the gas, we clean it, and we put it inside of an engine, generates renewable power, utilities buy it, and then you've got green power.
Oh, hence the energy systems.
And so they're
fascinating.
And so it seems there's the energy systems that are temporary, and then there's the energy systems that are long term, like you're talking about with hospitals. And so, kind of, how has technology changed the nature of your business and helped your clients reduce their energy costs, which is significant for big energy users like a hospital?
Yeah, it's mostly been through controls and monitoring of them. Because, to be quite honest with you, I mean, everybody wants to have new, sexy technology. An engine is not. An engine still,
There's nothing sexy about an engine.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does, brings in fuel, bang, and it goes. That's it. But the controls on it is what's helped us bring down customers' costs. It helps with fuel consumption and reducing that fuel consumption and monitoring it so that the downtimes are much less. So that's pretty much what we've been doing. So a lot of electronics.
Considering the business climate in Illinois, have you ever thought about moving to Indiana, northwest Indiana, or southern Wisconsin?
No. It's more of a regional area that we take care of here. So it's not, I understand the whole taxes thing, and believe me, don't get me on my property taxes.
Right.
Right, Dan?
Yes.
But it's something that we need to be here in this area to take care of it, so we have to be located here.
And O'Hare's one of your largest clients, right?
Yeah, the city is one of our bigger clients.
And plus, your taxidermist is local, I presume, too. And so you'd have to get a new taxidermist in Indiana, and that becomes an expense and a headache.
Yeah, and occasionally we get some of our animals from O'Hare.
I bet.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
I bet. Yeah.
They have goats that actually
sure
graze
do.
out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they got through the fence about a year and a half ago.
This is
and
awesome.
Started coming down our driveway here. So we had to kind of herd them back into O'Hare.
Thank goodness you didn't shoot him.
Well, some of the guys wanted to have them for Labor Day
a little
barbecue.
Little picnic in
So
the
you
yard.
brought him back to O'Hare. That's a great story.
The goats got through the fence at O'Hare once. They got through the fence once. Bob Conway, president of Charles Equipment Energy Systems. I've been misstating it, so I want to make sure I get it right. Charles Equipment Energy Systems and Winery.
And you can find them at charlesequipment.com.
And you can find them out in Des Plaines, right next to the airport off 72. Bob, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.